Okay, well, hi, it's Freeze Cracked, of course. I mean, that's the channel you're on, right? Kind of a trippy little, I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm just goofing around. One of the main problems with root beer, some root beer, can be dealing with the deadly cortex. And I do mean deadly. Chalk City. Got to hit right above Chalk City. Kick that one up into Root Beer City. Gonna be a little bit tricky. Sometimes I feel like working root beer is almost like eating boiled shrimp or something. Or eating crawdads. You know, boiled shrimp is almost worth it, but crawdads are, I mean, I feel like I'm burning more calories eating them than I'm eating by eating them sometimes. Uh-oh, that looks like a heat-related crack right there. Hopefully it's not too much of an issue. I put some pressure on there. I needed, you know, you got to get the humpy humps off. That looks like it'd be going into concrete, which can be worse than humpy humps. But you never know. Rocks are like a box of chocolates. This seems like too big a percussor to use for this rock, but it ain't, because I'm trying to acknowledge the fact that the rock is encased in its own exoskeleton of percussor dampening calcium carbonate. Wifey just walked out and gave me the high sign that some food's in there wanting to be eaten. I might have to do battle with this thing once I have taken on energy. Oh, that's not good. I can hit this way. That other one ain't gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna use the side hand hold thing. Whoops, where are you? Well, I got it back here and hold it like there and got the finger under there and hit like a big dog. Hit over a little more like a big dog. Ran that one there. And hit a little more like a big dog. Theoretically, you could do that all day until you run out of rock, but that wouldn't make any sense unless you're making blades for a maca wheedle. You're trying to make a maca wheedle, it makes sense. Yeah, there's probably a lot of macahuetle makers that would say, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Y'all think there are a lot of macahuetle makers? I always feel bad when I'm bifacing a root beer, because every flake that falls on the tarp, I'm like, oh man, that was a pretty flake. I wish I hadn't knocked it off. What are you gonna do? Just leave a rock out in the field with its exoskeleton intact and nobody get to see it? I think I can get a point out of this. Dadgummit. That edge was kind of funcatated with little cracks going into it, and so those little incipient fractures attenuated the force sufficiently to make the otherwise forceful enough strike fail to achieve its reasonable objective. I need to have some food. This, is that gonna work? Don't know. Swing hard and swing down. The reason I'm swinging hard is because I'm hitting chalk and there's no reason for me to think it'll work if I don't swing hard. The reason I'm swinging down is so in case it fails, I'll just get a downward flake as opposed to a big gnarly hinge an inch in. Where I have to do extreme geniosity to get out of it. I'm hitting an oblique angle trying to push it in front of me at an angle that is workable. Like shooting pool, you gotta hit the current flake is the lead for the next flake, or something like that. Now it's thin because that platform's too low. I'm just trying to raise it up a little. But I mean, we're okay. Okay, big hump here, and that's kind of at the center line. Put pressure on it, get downward, and completely undercuts that hump. Let me just where are you? Completely undercuts it, and that big ridge is still there, but see? Way faster to do it wrong and get away with it than to set it up to do it right. know, and that's one thing about flint napping is if you watch people who've napped a lot, you'll see a lot of stuff that looks wrong. The whole point, though, is if you practice dealing with it wrong and get good at dealing with it wrong, you'll save so much time and effort over your future napping career that it makes the time and effort you spent learning that well worth it. Pay me now, pay me later. See, it ain't too bad a turtle. It's getting there. All right. I am fixing to go peel me a sandwich or whatever's in there. One time I was fishing with an uncle in a boat, and he said, "Jerry, hand me a break of cheese." And I'm like, "What?" And he says, "Well, you ain't got a knife, do you?" All right, so I'm gonna eat food. I don't know what you're gonna do, but be safe. Bye.